We are unraveling the Urantia book. We're on, let's see, the fourth section of the foreword. We last episode read about the first source and center. Now we're going to read about the universe reality. Very excited. So let's get right into it. How about it? Reality differentially actualizes on diverse universe levels. Reality originates in and by the infinite volition of the Universal Father and is realizable in three primal phases on many different levels of universe actualization. 1. Undefined reality ranges from the energy domains of the non-personal to the reality realms of the non-personalizable values of universal existence, even to the presence of the unqualified absolute. 2. Defied reality embraces all infinite deity potentials ranging upward through all realms of personality, through the lowest finite to the highest infinite, thus encompassing the domain of all that which is personalizable and more, even to the presence of the deity absolute. 3. Interassociated reality. Universe reality is supposedly either defied or undefined, but to subdefined beings there exists a vast domain of interassociated reality, potential and actualizing, which is difficult of identification. Much of this coordinate reality is embraced within the realms of the universal absolute. This is the primal concept of original reality. The Father initiates and maintains reality. The primal differentials of reality are the defied and the undefined, the deity absolute and the unqualified absolute. The primal relationship is the tension between them. This Father-initiated divinity tension is perfectly resolved by and eternalizes as the universal absolute. From the viewpoint of time and space, reality is further divisible as 1. Actual and potential, realities existing in fullness of expression in contrast to those which carry undisclosed capacity for growth. The eternal Son is an absolute spiritual actuality. Mortal man is very largely an unrealized spiritual potentiality. 2. Absolute and subabsolute. Absolute realities are eternity existences. Subabsolute realities are projected on two levels. Abstinence, realities which are relative with respect to both time and eternity. Finities, realities which are projected in space and are actualized in time. 3. Existential and experiential. Paradise deity is existential, but the emerging supreme and ultimate are experiential. Personal and impersonal is 4. Deity expansion, personality expression, and universe evolution are forever conditioned by the Father's free will act, which forever separated the mind-spirit personal meanings and values of actuality and potentiality, centering in the eternal Son from those things which center and inhere in the eternal Isle of Paradise. Paradise is a term inclusive of the personal and the non-personal focal absolutes of all phases of universe reality. Paradise, properly qualified, may connote any and all forms of reality, deity, divinity, personality, and energy, spiritual, mindal, or material. All share paradise as the place of origin, function, and destiny as regards values, meanings, and factual existence. The Isle of Paradise, paradise not otherwise qualified, is the absolute of the material gravity control of the first source and center. Paradise is motionless, being the only stationary thing in the universe of universes. The Isle of Paradise has a universe location but no position in space. This eternal isle is the actual source of the physical universes, past, present, and future. The nuclear isle of light is a deity derivative, but it is hardly deity. Neither are the material creations a part of deity, they are a consequence. Paradise is not a creator. It is a unique controller of many universe activities, far more of a controller than a reactor. Throughout the material universes, paradise influences the reactions and conduct of all beings having to do with force, energy, and power. But paradise itself is unique, exclusive, and isolated in the universes. Paradise represents nothing, and nothing represents paradise. It is neither a force nor a presence. It is just paradise. That is the end of the universe reality. I feel like it touched base on dimensions completely. I feel like when we are shifting through dimensions, paradise exists in each of those dimensions, each of those realities, but the perception of what reality you're living in is unique in each of the viewpoints of time and space. So actual and potential. So that to me feels like a lower vibration. That to me feels like a more 3D reality. That it is displaying something is actually happening in my reality and there is a potential of another thing happening. It's causing that what is happening. Or then you get into absolute and sub-absolute, and now it's knowing that two realities are existing and I don't have to recognize one of those realities for it to exist. And then we have existential and experiential. This is the paradise being its own personality. So this to me sounds more of being in a reality that you're living in. This sounds more of like I know it is in divine timing, so it will occur when it needs to, and living out of that paradise. And then we have the personal and impersonal. So now we have an expansion of knowing that our mind and spirit are separate from the paradise. And I love how I'm considering and relating paradise to the more religious term of heaven on earth, to nirvana, to eternal bliss. This is what paradise is really seeming to me. I love that it is explaining that paradise is neither a force nor a presence. So paradise it's not a force, so it doesn't cause actions to happen. So in a lot of religious texts you may hear, okay, well, to enter heaven, A, B, and C have to have it happen. There's conditions. It's saying that paradise is not a force or a presence. It doesn't condition. It only allows through being. You just have to exist and it is present. But when you fight your existence, when you fight your reality, when you limit your reality, to me, it's harder to see paradise. It's harder to feel the presence of paradise because it's in the nothingness. It's in not accomplishing something, but doing it and accomplishing it. It's the sense of when you're in the middle of a project and you don't have the end form, but the excitement of creating what you want to create. You have yet to create it, but you have that bliss within you. This is just being in the moment. So I really love that. Where now it's explaining deity. That was one of our first sections. Deity and personalities, these do have forces and they have consequences. If you have a personality or a force that you're engaging with, if you react or respond a certain way, you're going to end up with a certain material. You're going to end up in a certain physical material, a certain emotion, where if you're just being, there is nothing else like just being in the moment, just being in paradise. I really love that. Now, let's see here. It's mentioning 3 primal phases. Now, there is the undefined reality, energy of non-personal. So this I'm taking, honestly, as the Earth Star Chakra or Earth Star Templar, because it's gathering energy that isn't personal, but it's a universal existence. So this is understanding what your planet has to offer, understanding how personable your planet is for your existence, but how impersonal it is for your soul existence. Now, the defied reality, it's embracing all infinite deity potentials. So now this is being in a reality that it doesn't matter what personality, what energy, what emotion, what soul enters your reality. It's not going to move you away from that paradise. And it's showing how it can hold the lowest finite, so carbon organisms that cease to exist, and it can hold infinite beings that continue ascending in higher realities. They are commingling, and it's okay that they're commingling because the personality, the deity concept, is consistent, knowing that the energy never ceased to exist. It's always going to be a positive, negative pulling at each other. And then you have the interassociated reality. This is existing in multiple realities and having a hard time identifying with only one. And I feel like this is where a lot of my angel seed and star seed clients and students are at. They're in this interassociated reality where it's embracing all of these realms, and this is that universal absolute. This is now trying to differentiate, okay, where is paradise in the past, where is paradise right now, and where do we see paradise in the future, and how do we continue existing with who we are right now, knowing that we're more than that, but also humbling ourselves and knowing that really we don't matter in a sense, because we still have to remember what planet we're on. That is what I have for our viewpoints. And really, it's talking about time and space. So we're talking about the 4th and 6th spiritual dimensions. And it's describing how paradise is found in these spiritual dimensions, not physical, but it's the physical dimensions that project with the spiritual to make a reality. So I think that is incredibly unique and fun. I really love this section. Let me know how you're feeling about it. Next, we have personality realities. So it's going to dive deeper into more of how your physical body, your mindful body, your spiritual body, and your soul have separate personalities and how that associates with the reality that you choose to live in. I'm very, very excited about that. I'm just seeing how many of these we have until the actual first chapter. There's quite a few here, guys. All right, we have 12, and we're at 6 right now. So we have 6 more. By then, I believe it'll be autumn. And by autumn, we'll be starting the official part 1, and I'll be doing the papers. I'll be doing those one each night. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you so much. My name's Evan Ryu. I'm a star seed healer at Cosmic Energy and Spiritual Wellness. Please visit cosmicenergy-spiritualwellness.com if you're interested in learning more about me and my services, products, and cosmic care sessions I have to offer. Love you guys. I will be back next week with another reading. Bye.